starts on the planet Mercury. Mercury is the first planet in our solar system, and it is the planet having no natural satellite of its own. The distance from the Sun to Mercury is 59 million kilometers, which is less compared to the other planet, but though it is the first planet and the closest planet to the Sun, the distance is still in million kilometers. The time taken for Mercury for one revolution around the Sun is 88 days. We can say that the orbit or the path along which it moves around the Sun is smaller compared to all other planets in the solar system because it is the closest planet to the Sun. The time taken for one rotation around its own axis for the Mercury is 59 days. So 2 months, nearly 2 months on Earth is 1 day on Mercury. So you can say that the speed of Mercury of rotation is very low. It moves very slow because you can see the difference is huge. So 1 day on Mercury is 59 days on Earth. The axis tilt of Mercury is 2 degrees only. So if we see Mercury, we cannot understand the difference of axis tilt because the axis tilt of Mercury is the least axis tilt if we compare with all the planets in the solar system. The axis tilt of Earth is 23.5 degrees, whereas the axis tilt of Mercury is 2 degrees only. If we take a closer look to the Mercury, only then we can see the difference that, oh yeah, it is tilted 2 degrees on its own axis. The gravitational force of Mercury is 3.7 meter per second square. You know that Mercury is the closest planet to the Sun, and all the explosion, all the heat caused for the explosion, all the reaction caused to the explosion first effects on the planet Mercury because it is the closest planet and it is not having any obstacles in between them. Like the other planets are having some shield in front of them, like Venus is having Mercury in front of it, and it is even a little bit far from the Sun, and so on. But the Mercury is the first one and it is the closest one to the Sun. So it will obviously, all the reactions caused for in the Sun will first affect on the planet Mercury. So for this reason, you can say the atmosphere of Mercury is kind of zero. And that is why the gravitational force of Mercury is even less compared to all other planets in the solar system. If we come towards the average temperature of Mercury, we can see that Mercury is having two kinds of temperature on its surface. So Mercury is experiencing all the heat from the Sun first, and the side which is we have just discussed that the rotation period of Mercury is very less. You can say the speed of Mercury on rotation is very less, and that is why it takes a lot of time for one rotation. So the side which is facing towards the Sun experiences lot of heat from the Sun, heat waves and all the heat and all the explosion in the Sun affects on Mercury, the side which is facing towards the Mercury. But what about the side which is not? The side which is not facing towards the Sun is very opposite to the side which is facing towards the Sun. So both temperatures are very opposite. One is very much hot, like too much hot, and the other one is frigid condition. So the side which is facing towards the Sun faces 800 degree Fahrenheit temperature. It experiences 800 degree Fahrenheit temperature, whereas the side which is not facing experiences minus 333 degree Fahrenheit temperature. So the temperature the side which is not facing does not get all the heat from the Sun, and that is why it is very like frigid condition. If the Mercury's rotation speed was higher or it moves a little faster, then you can not see that much difference, because it would move and move, rotate and rotate, and that is why it will be normalized. But as the speed of Mercury is less for its rotation, one side experiences heat and the other side experiences frigid condition. The speed of Mercury is 47.36 kilometer per second. The radius of so let's discuss what we have what I have shared, the information which I have shared today. Mercury, it is the first planet in the solar system, and the distance from the sun to Mercury is 58 million kilometers. The orbital period of Mercury is 88 days. The length of a day on Mercury is 59 days. The gravitational force of Mercury is 3.7 meter per second square. The radius of Mercury is 2439.7 kilometers. So you can see Mercury is very small planet compared to all the planets in the solar system by seeing its radius. So the radius of Mercury is in 2000s, and whereas the other planets are having more than 10,000s or 10,000s in that way, but Mercury is having only 2000 kilometers. So you can understand that how small the Mercury is compared to all other planets. The speed of Mercury is 47.36 km per second. There are no natural satellite for Mercury. The axis tilt of Mercury is 2 degrees only. The temperature on Mercury, which is facing towards the sun, is 800 degree Fahrenheit, and the temperature of side which is not facing towards the sun is minus 333 degree Fahrenheit. That's all for today. If you like this video, please subscribe my YouTube channel and even share my videos to your contacts so that I get more interest in making my video, and I will try to share you more interesting and more knowledge about all the other things. And if you like this video, please subscribe my channel. Thank you for watching this video. Bye.